Canada home prices may jump by 20 to 30% over the next 5 to 6 years. I know all of you might think that I've gone off the deep end, but just hear me out for a few minutes, and I'll tell you the reasons behind this possibility. Right now, Canada has the highest level of unsold new homes in 35 years. So developers are pulling back and slowing down construction.
Now, the big question is, are we heading toward a housing crash, or are we setting up the next massive price surge? Because according to the BC Real Estate Association, home prices could rise by as much as 27% over the next 6 years. Here's what's really happening. When developers stop building, it feels like bad news at first. But real estate doesn't react instantly. There's always a delay. Today we have too many homes, but tomorrow we could have almost none being built. In places like Toronto and Vancouver, we're already seeing this. Many future projects simply don't exist anymore. There are fewer homes scheduled to be completed in 2029 and 2030. Think about what that means. If demand comes back and there are no new homes being built, prices don't just rise, they jump. We've seen this before. After the global financial crisis, construction slowed down. Then demand returned. The result was a massive spike in prices and even worse affordability. History might be repeating itself. At the same time, the Bank of Canada recently decided to hold interest rates. Their message was basically uncertainty. Markets now expect rates to stay mostly flat in 2026 and gradually rise over the next few years. Meanwhile, the economy is showing cracks. 1 in 5 businesses are planning to cut jobs. More people are relying on employment insurance. Government layoffs are starting to happen. So the economy is slowing, but housing supply is slowing even faster. And that combination matters. Now here's the part most people miss. Even if prices rise 27% over 6 years, that's only about 4% per year. Over the last 20 years in Vancouver, prices grew close to 7% per year on average. So is 4% really unrealistic? Maybe not. Especially when developers aren't building, population growth continues, and housing supply takes 5 to 10 years to recover. Real estate doesn't move in straight lines. It moves in cycles driven by psychology. When prices rise, people rush to buy. When prices fall, people wait. And right now, most people are waiting. There's another warning sign, too. More Canadians, especially young workers, are leaving the country. That group is historically the strongest buyer of real estate. At the same time, home ownership among younger people is declining, so we're heading toward a strange future. Fewer buyers today, but potentially massive housing shortages tomorrow. So what do you think? Are we now heading toward a housing crash or the next price explosion? Because if history is any guide, the biggest price jumps usually happen when nobody expects them.